Hello, everyone. It's time to stream some Puppetpocalypse painting. And actually, I could bring the box too. And just slam into everything. I'm just going to rearrange these lamps a little bit. And I feel surrounded. Puppets! Yeah. I've got I haven't painted any of the puppets before. I know I've got like a puppet chihuahua somewhere that I just never got around to painting, which is a shame because I got it from a friend. But yeah. And this little guy, the war puppet, or Pale Rider counts as. I primed it white, and then I airbrushed it a warm yellow, and like it. I'm thinking for people who don't have an airbrush, just using the Army Painter speed paints or yellow contrast paint will be great over a white undercoat to get this base, because I'm going to paint this with brushes now. Just lay down a good foundation. A few viewers are starting to trickle in. Hello, welcome. Hi, McBluff. I ran out of latex gloves, so like I've been airbrushing on my fingers lately. Got more gloves in the mail, but I just never need to go get them. And yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you? This is a cool box that Weird sent me of their Twisted Alternative series, Puppetpocalypse, which sometimes I struggle to say, but seem to manage to find there. They're pre-assembled horseman miniatures, which you can use for games of Malifaux, or I'm guessing Puppet Wars, probably. I haven't played Puppet Wars. So you got Death counts as Dead Rider, shocker. War counts as Pale Rider. That's the one we're gonna paint. So how are you, McBluff? You doing well? Conquest counts as a Mechanical Rider. Really like that one. It's very cute. They're all very cute. It's a War. War just cool. War doesn't want to be called cute. It's cool, okay? Famine, really cute. Counts as Hooded Rider. And yeah, don't call War cute because it's not a cute puppet. It's a cool puppet, okay? It's a badass puppet. And heck, I can do a little unboxing. Like, you get them like this. And cool little stat cards with the ultimate art. Oh, so glorious. Conquest. Glorious, glorious conquest. I destroy all machines. War's gonna be called cute and War can just deal with it. Yeah, maybe that's... You might be right there. These are pretty small miniatures. Shocker, they're puppets. Like, they're on 50mm bases. So you'll probably want to do some cool basing that makes them a little more. I'm not gonna say that they're not already imposing, but like fill out the base a little. I've got an idea. I think I'm gonna do like some ashen, like burnt out wooden ruins or something like that to make this flamey little puppet guy stand out. Destroy all machines seems pretty offensive to the construct puppets, by the way. This one is it's not a construct, so maybe this one isn't as upset, but like destroy all machines. I don't know if that flies with conquest, aka mechanical rider. Just being silly. So as I said before, I primed this white and then I airbrushed it yellow, like a warm yellow. But if you want, or rather, if you don't want to bring out your airbrush, or if you don't have an airbrush, you really don't need one. You can just paint it yellow. Easiest way is probably speed paint or Citadel contrast over white undercoat to get a bright yellow. One of my dropper bottles just did that whole thing where I got lots of paint up to my palette. Whoops. Oopsie. Oh well. Gonna take care of that real quickly. So I'm going to be, I've spoken about this earlier, and I'm going to be holding a Malifaux tournament this weekend in Sweden, Gothenburg. So I'm really happy about that. It's been quite a while since I've held one. And, you know, excited about tournaments after the pandemic and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so yeah, I think it's going to be super fun. Like I'm going to hold a, where did I put my orange paint? There. I'm going to hold a 2-day event where you can play in a single day tournament if you want, or you can just play 2 days. And I'm going to make it work. You can call me crazy if you want to, but it's going to work. So I'm going to start off by grabbing some orange paint. And I'm sort of highlighting this with darker paint. So I'm doing the inverted fire thing where we want to have the brightest color like on the inside. Where the fire is going to be warmest is where it's the brightest. And the longer out on the flames, we're gonna have the darker color. And there are some different approaches to painting fire. Now there's been a little bit of discussion about that, like it's a physical phenomenon that we're trying to capture on a physical solid miniature. So there are bound to be several different approaches and thoughts about that. And I'm going to be doing this whole inverted thing where the nooks and crannies and recesses, which are usually being painted darker than other colors, are going to be the brightest. But I'd say you can get a realistic fire effect by doing it differently too. Just that you need to be aware that the darkest areas are going to be where the fire is the least warm. So you can just drag the brush gently across this textured mane of fire, and it'll like concentrate on the areas further out. Whilst we are building this up to a like more and more red towards the ends here. And we can see in the artwork that there's this very like coal looking dark, like a dark head inside that flame. So we're going to try and capture that. See how that goes. Got cute little eyebrows of flame here. It's like the definition. Oh, wait, was I not supposed to call it cute? It's the definition of badassery. You got fiery eyebrows. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So how's it going with your animatic or animatic? McBlav? Going well, quite slow, but still making progress. That's nice. Looking forward to seeing it. It's going to be cool. Destroy All Machines says, what are you animating? I'll let McBluff answer. Just kidding. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little white on my palette. Mix it with a little bit of yellow. And I'm gonna start to brighten up some areas. Make it even brighter. Like there's a balancing act here where you really don't want to paint over too much yellow, or the fire will start looking, well, not quite as hot. So we might just go back in later with some more yellow. So I'm picking out the eyes here with this very light yellow, and the eyes of its mighty steed, of course, too. And like the middle of any yellow areas will get like a little line of white, or very bright yellow, I guess, with mixed white and yellow. So I guess it's enough white. There's super bright yellow. That's up for interpretation. Yeah, I can imagine. We've got a wonderful creative community, and it's really cool. Someone's animating Malifaux content. Someone being McBluff. It's just really cool. So yellow paint is kind of infamous for being very transparent and not really covering very well. But I guess I said in the beginning, like, well, airbrushes can really help lay down a yellow coat. I'd still recommend doing very bright primer. But also the new like contrast and speed paint, or whatever you want to call those, kind of like heavy glazes products that can really help you get a bold yellow very quickly and easily, and even give you depth. So I'd recommend starting with that. So it's nice that we've got these few little tricks that we can adopt to make painting this lovely color less of a frustrating experience. Yellow and orange, incidentally, kind of the main characters of Fire tend to be like the most annoying colors to work with when it comes to acrylic paint. So I'm now going to swap to pure white to do sort of the brightest areas. You can, of course, add a little bit of light blue if you want to. Can be tricky to get good looking, but can look really cool. Like I'm trying to be a little bit conservative with the amount of pure white I'm using. So made a little mistake there. So I'm taking my time, making sure not to go overboard with these whites. But like it's very easy covering them up with yellow if you feel like it gets too much. Just tinting those whites with yellow is really easy. Pretty fun. So you can get some yellow paint and just tint the beginnings and ends of these white little lines to blend things together a little bit more. think my cat is trying to convince some friends in the house that she's starving. I did very, very recently give her food, but wow. I'm thinking they might see through her bluff. Maybe she's just innocently talking to them. I don't know. I'm right to assume. I think maybe now she wants food now. Yeah, before was way before this. When she got food, that was not now, that was before. I mean, I know where the food is, so I'm just being rude, right? Okay, so time to bring out a little bit of red. I'm thinking. It's not the correct red. That's the same red again. I'm gonna bring out some Citadel Wild Rider red. I don't think I mentioned the names of any of the other colors. Why you stream Ties Day? Why you say Spire Down in Huff? I'm sorry. I'm streaming on Tuesday because Virik asked if we could swap. And actually, that's better for me too, because it's a little stressful for me actually to stream right before the con opens. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Time kind of ran away from me. It does that. It's a cowardly sort. So I'm not mixing orange and red paints to further highlight, shadow, dark light, further build up these fire. What? It's a conspiracy. Hi, kitty cat. Pretty sure you can open the door. I know you've done it before. You can do it, kitty. Got that rubber band. She's complaining through the door now. Why did you install that dastardly contraption? It's probably what she said. Well, you did it, kitty. Oh no, you got stuck. Yeah. She got stuck with her claw in the door. Rude door. Maybe I need to trim your cloth. Spire dye means to paint trees. Trees are like the best. No, she got unstuck very quickly. Otherwise, I would have rushed to help her. Fear not. She was pretty cool with getting stuck a little bit. I know her brother's been like, he got stuck once and he freaked out like it was the ends of the earth. Horrible experience for everyone involved. There was a cat in the office? Nice. What is the cat doing there? Office cat? Temporary visitor? Victim? Don't eat that. That's packing material. Now come on, baby. You don't eat that. This is not cat food. Meeping sounds, those are the best. Your boss rescued her from a tree? That's very, very nice of your boss. Which boss was it? How many bosses do you have? Was he like who should be celebrated as rescuer of cats? Rescuer of Meep? Meep, meep. Meep is a very good sound. I really like cat dialects. It's just great how they got different languages going on. My cat has a very language. It's very and that's not how every cat speaks. I've actually learned that cats and dogs, they often they can have dialects too. Like a Scottish dog will not sound the same as a Swedish dog. Apparently, like I'm not sure I'd be able to tell the difference, but this is what scientists are doing. This is great science, I'd say. It's a very good language. It's called I don't think Zetkin speaks Meep, but I don't know. So maybe more like pure red. Murpish. Yeah? Yeah, I think you're probably correct. She started yelling at me when I'm putting cutlery in the drawers. taking out cutlery from the dishwasher and putting it in the drawer. She's really upset. Even if I do it very carefully, she's like, no, stop doing that horrible sound. You'll attract, I don't know, the attention of demons or something. Maybe. I don't know what she's worried about. Very sharp sounds for little kitty ears, I imagine. Hey, where'd the focus go? And we have transitioned to a darker red. Mephiston red, to be precise. And the orange was Orange Fire from Vallejo. And we had Gold Yellow, also from Vallejo. Oh yeah, there is. I had to read Onomatopoeia. Oof. I had to read that a couple of times. It's meow. So it's kind of the same. We just spell it differently. Meow. And dogs. Oof. It's much easier learning cat Swedish than learning Swedish. Maybe they have the superior language. I love that the Egyptian word for cat was mau. Just basically the sound they make. Mau? Or however they pronounced it, I don't know. Okay, so see how we managed to do the like this. This looks like this is a pretty cool fire effect, I think. Or should I say hot? But like it will really come into its own when we add other colors, I think. I'm gonna go with some black and paint this little guy's belt. Now, not overly worried about getting paint on their other clothes because I want them a darker red. Don't want to try and make that look like fire too. Base coat this little, well, I want to say flamethrower, but it's mostly just like a metal pipe with holes in it. You know, puppet's gonna puppet. Aww, cute little feet. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun that you're coming over to GothCon. Again, not a con of goths, but a con in Gothenburg. I did dye my hair dark brown, so I guess I look a bit goth now. All ready for GothCon. Really appreciate you bringing Train. Like, really would have understood if you didn't want to do that, but since you're taking the car and you wanted to play on the way over here from Finland, it's very cool. Very cool of you. I think maybe it's a tick of the clock. Oh, yeah, but yeah, sure. I think maybe it's an expression. Maybe. Maybe. World's furthest traveling table of train. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe. Okay, I'm base coating the... I decided to base coat the clothes too, because, yeah, let's kind of want them darker. You are a crazy person. But I appreciate your madness. Really do. Speaking of madness, this is one weird and mad little puppet. Got flamethrower arms. Kinda, sorta. That might be true. I watched the new Netflix film about teenage metal musicians. Was it like the Kings of Metal, I think? Or something like that. It's pretty fun. Like, it's kind of a story we've heard a lot of times, but the metal theme, and it's pretty funny. Like, enjoyable. There's a little bit of dust stuck in the paint there. I think we got it. Anyone got anything cool on the paint station right now? Just trees that you need Spiridine? All the minis you're gonna use painted? Our flag means death. Right. Was that a good one? Do you recommend it? Loved it. Cool. I'm gonna look it up. Wait, I've heard of it. What was that about again? Bayou Star Moles. That is a very good starter. Such fun moles. Okay, so I'm mixing red and black and kind of like starting to try and paint this. Is there a face? Pretty thinned out paint. This little guy's starting to look pretty badass. / cute. Cutest in you badass. Maybe. I don't know. Right. I think maybe you mentioned that. Just so forgetful. I was gonna look that up. Was that on Netflix or somewhere else? I really like painting fire. It's just pretty satisfying when it's starting to come together, you know? Hope I'm not jinxing it now. Like the paint for good measure and good luck. I've off stream gotten a little bit of work in on a watcher, and I'm pretty much finished with The mechanical attendant. Brush warrior has arrivement. Woo! Welcome. Oh, you enjoyed that as well? Where did my speech go? My ability to speech just disappeared. Oh, yes. But we are all speeching very hard right now. So, you know. English is only my second language, so I'm speeching as hard as I can, you know? Department. Yeah. They're the, yes, Alt Horseman, yes. Here it be. Yeah, and they're cute. Or badass, maybe. Yeah, I mean, like, they're tiny horsemen, so it's understandable that the others cost more. Um, but they're also brilliant. Yeah, Puppet Levy would be cool. It turned me into puppet. Leviticus is for reals creepy. Ooh. I suppose a puppet levy too would perhaps, I don't know, cut into the sales of the regular levy too if they're released at the same time and you only need one of them. But maybe later release. I don't know. It's just me. Wild theories. If one wants a creepy bunny doing magic tricks, there is always the Easter sale promotion or Easter store promotion, rather. Creepy bunny. Creepy paper. What? Shots fired here. Like, I guess. Maybe if they, like, I feel like you need to give him some sort of satisfying story conclusion with all the writers and Apocalypse and all that jazz, right? What? No. No. Why? No. Just do more cool, exciting stuff than just bringing back two super dry old men. I don't know. I don't think. I'm pretty happy with. Good. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Not really. That's debatable. Like he's done some atrocities. I mean, he's probably still popular, but I think bringing back Nicodem would be like you know the whole thing where death doesn't seem to mean anything. Like that would be really boring. You already got Von Stuck for that. Like there are already several old man necromancer type characters. I think it's enough. Personally, just my opinion. It is a little funny. I played all of the four monsters who were Dead Man's Handed, so whoops. You know? Mm, I'm kind of the opinion that it would be fun to have Ramos as someone wreaking havoc on the other side. Like Abyssinia breaks him out or something, being like, dude, spider robot goodness, go. I don't know. Or just England. And then we could finally see like him build a huge Leviathan style spider mecha. Now that I think would be pretty cool. He could certainly make a cool comeback for Malifaux too, for sure. We'll see what happens. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a book on the way with like Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Burning Man faction and some shuffling around with all those Burning Man affected masters, creating new design space in the other factions. I want to be clear, I really don't know. This is me guessing. Yeah, that Lilith piece was fun. I really did enjoy playing Lilith. I should probably do that. Yeah. Okay. Ram's Head. Mighty Steed. Gonna be like overbrushing this to make sure that I've got bright paint in this little swirly bit. And the eye. Still want that to be bright. So I'm painting this dark red like crimson. It's just Mephiston red mixed with a little bit of black. Should maybe have it a bit brighter here. Oops. Little guy escaped the camera there for a while. I do apologize. Elusive little rider. Tricky thing with white undercoats is you might end up with little white patches where you miss putting paint. So just try and make sure to get to all of those to make it look as good as possible. Painting the horns, trying to be really careful to not get any of this dark red paint on the fire, because like if you get it on yellow or white, it can be rough to clean up. What with yellow and white generally being pretty transparent, shaded colors to work with. That could be pretty funny, actually. Disrespectful. I mean, disrespectful. It's not funny. Maybe you can make one your own. I'm sure a lot of people would find that funny. Licking paint. Yummy. Working with these really dark red and black contrasting with fire is pretty satisfying. It looks pretty cool. Or hot, I guess. You can put a tiny little bit of like very, very dark red tips if you wanna. Looks pretty cool. You can just glaze that down a little bit if we want to later. I think just a touch suit. Oh no. Got a little bit of black there, and that's fine. Now we're going darker right here. Kind of painting inverted. Not like how it's gonna end up, but like kind of doing painting in the shadows here instead of painting on the highlights. But I'm gonna reinforce those highlights too, I think. Shading the horns. Working with those ridges. Maybe highlight some of this stuff back up a bit. We'll not want to highlight this up too bright because, or at least I think so, because we want the fire to pop. But we still, like, because it's a little bit of a conflict. Like, we still want the faces to be pretty readable. So I guess we do want to make them pop a bit, but yeah, like, there. I think I'm almost kind of creating a problem here. That's not there. Like, they do pop a lot. This dark color against the bright fire. Highlighting its lovely little robes. This little guy likes red. McBluff has returned. Welcome back, McBluff. Still kind of imagine that in the badass Protoss voice from StarCraft, which I don't think I can imitate. I have returned. I don't know. Thank you, Bluff. I'm happy to hear that. Pretty excited for it. If I can manage to do the base in time, I'll be in my ringer crew for GothCon for sure. Together with Sonia and all her fiery goodness. All the fire. All the fire, all the time. Or something. A walking Star Wars quote? Nice. I stumbled upon some old filming footage with McGregor, and it's just such a lovely voice to listen to. It's a shame those prequels are perhaps not amazing films, because I really like McGregor. I really like him in that role. Obi-Wan. Because like I was gonna rewatch all the Star Wars films before Episode 7 came out, and I was like, how bad could it be? I tried to watch the prequels, and I was like, okay, it can be pretty bad, actually. No offense to anyone who likes them. I just, yeah. Oof, I had to fast forward quite a lot to get through those. Shame. Excited for the new Obi-Wan series. I mean, like, I'm not excited, but like, maybe it'll be good. If it's good, I'm gonna be happy. I'm not. I enjoyed like really enjoyed Mandalorian. Really enjoyed parts of the sequels. Like Episode 7 is really good. Parts of the last one is pretty good, in my opinion. And I really love Rogue One. Mandalorian is good. I already said that. I think I only watched one episode of Book of Boba Fett. Maybe I should. See, I don't know, man. When was the last time you watched the prequels? Because I think they're worse. They're still worse. Maybe the Last Jedi is kind of on that level, but yeah, I don't know. Like, Han Solo film was alright, just nothing impressive. Okay, yeah, I'd rather just watch. I'd rather just watch the sequels. Actually, I think they're better. But opinions and stuff. I'm a little sick and tired of hearing people being like, oh, this is how you ruin a franchise. Like, it's not ruined. They're bringing in tons and tons of money. It's like very vocal groups who hate the films, the sequels, but they were pretty much a success. And then they did The Mandalorian, and that was a huge success too. So yeah, but I like it. I don't know. The sequel series certainly lacks a cohesive vision, for sure. I'm one of the people who thinks Kylo Ren is a really good character, by the way. Like how he is a Sith warrior drawn to the light is really refreshing, and it's just really I really like that he is in this dark path, and he has realized just how shitty that dark path can be, and that maybe it's not all that great after all. But like he feels like he cannot turn around. He's walked too far on it. I really like that. That is very much possible, yeah. Then you got a lot of people, of course, complaining that the new films are political, where Star Wars was always political, but hey. This turned into a little rant. Oh, yeah. Why not? Rants can be fun indeed. Have you ever seen a mightier steed than this one? Not sure I have. I did airbrush up some simple pyre markers today. Thought like, because I had a whole lot of 50 mil bases lying around, so I was like, you could just quickly airbrush up these, and that's certainly better than nothing. I think they look all right. It's just pretty boring to have pure black markers sometimes, especially if you're gonna cover the board in your obnoxious marker and then it's not even painted. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be a nice person and have painted pyre markers so I can cover up the board with painted pyre markers. It's the least I can do, right? If you want to stand in fire, you might as well be pretty fire or decent looking fire or something. Oh, I just got a kind of flashback to where I got flanked by cardboard eagles playing Worm of Fancy Battles ages ago. I kind of forgot about the eagles being there because they were little cardboard squares. Kind of feel like he should have reminded me. Not hurt at all. Not upset at all. Custom meeple pyre markers. That sounds good. I feel like the shipping for the custom meeple stuff is a killer for me. Like it's really expensive shipping. But they do have some nice stuff. Not at all, not at all. Sorry, Dragon Bright. Where did you go? There you are. Mm-hmm. Hey, focus. Where'd you go? That's better. And I got a little silent there. Sorry. Just concentrated. Sometimes your mind wanders even when you're on air. Apparently. Which puppet rider do you think I should paint after this one? Which one is your favorite? And why? Conquest! Why? Because she's just really cute? Or because they are the mightiest? I do really like Conquest. Conquest looks really cool. Sure, that's as good of a reason as any. Then maybe I will. Favorite is Famine. Oh, Famine is elegant. Giving these writers, these horsemen, compliments, it gets a little weird. Famine is elegant. War is cool. Yeah. Yeah. We all get it. They might be mischievous puppets, but they're cute. Such cute little boots. Why are you so small, Boots? This is like the Little Red Riding Death war puppet. Yeah, or something. Just trying like a line across that flamethrower. Uh, Makes like a simple NMM non-metallic metal paint reflection. Then we can do a cold one with a gray from underneath. Or if we want, we can still we can do a little black line in between those two. Kind of bring back some of that darkness. I love the Twisted Alternatives miniature. I really wonder where I put my tortoise, though. Gotta put it in some really smart place because I can't find it. From that tortoise and the hair box. I'm sure it'll pop up eventually. But I never got around to painting the tortoise. Had a lot of fun painting the hair. Crazy bugger. Okay, let's highlight the lower part of these little holes in the flamethrower thingy. Stick. This one I'll paint a little differently because it's pretty much wreathed in fire. It's like an orange glaze. Seems like a good way to go with it. Top of this. Black paint. Some more cold gray. I'm using Citadel rust gray, mixing it with a little bit black if I want it darker. And trying to work out, like, I think, like some highlights on this. The hoof of the trusty steed going to be cold. And some will be warm. Accent this with some black to make it darker. Can make it a little scratchy too. And now let's do a warm highlight here. Thinking. Spider-Dan, which puppet writer is your favorite and why is it dead? Death. Yeah, death. Maybe I'm wrong. We never want the OSL to, like the reflections to be brighter than the source. So I'm not going to highlight that up to white. Guess you can make like I guess you can make white highlights on the metals too. If you're not if you're taking into consideration another light source too. I might not even be correct in this thinking. I don't know. Well, I'm happy to be proven wrong. You could just beep, do a little beep there. Yeah, I think that's good. Now you don't actually have to do like, I feel like there's maybe line of thought where like it's super important to do super smooth blends to be able to do NMM at all. And that's not quite true. It's not really what makes metal look like metal. Like these blends are, well, I'm barely blending this metal at all. I still think it kind of looks like metal. a very dark metal we're aiming for. Need to push those highlights very close to the dark lights, the shadows. And it should look very reflective. I don't think you can resist just putting a really bright little dot there. Now let's do some painting of that little stick. I mean the body of the knightly steed. Go in that with some rhinox hide for a very warm brown. And then, of course, we've also got the saddle to paint. I also think we're going to push in a little bit of black into the face of the horse. There. So this GothCon, it's meant a lot to me through the years. Like it's been, I've gone to that con every year pretty much since 2010. Alas, there was no con the last couple of years, of course, due to COVID. And that has been pretty sad. Like the GothCon has always been like one of the highlights of my years. Like when I've been feeling pretty bad, it's still always been there, something to look forward to, focus on. Both very nice in the happy times and the rough times. So it's been really sad to have had to do without it. Although luckily I've been feeling a lot better than usual these past few years. So, which is ironic considering the pandemic. But I'm really happy to have GothCon return now. 2000 like in 2020 it was held online, but that's just not the same for me, or for anyone, of course, really. But it didn't really do it for me. But now it's back. And I felt like hosting Malifaux. I don't know. Was I hosting or playing Malifaux? Playing, right? Well, one of those. Yeah, I really can't remember. Could probably look it up somehow. Excuse me. Paint those little boots dark gray. And this little decoration too, I think, is gonna be good to me. Look at this guy's little feet. So cute. Now I'm kind of unsure what color to paint. To paint the middle part of the cell. God, there should be a reasonable word to use here. The seat. maybe it's called a seat. I don't know. My bad. Maybe just some other brown, I think. Spiridine might say pink. I'm not going to paint it pink. Although, no. Brown. Yes, I agree. Brown it will be. Might have grabbed some paint with my own bow to finish trees. You really don't have to feel like you need to do that. But if you wanna, sure. What trees are they? Like was it the Citadel wood kit? One thing you can do is paint little, like, tiny little embers. That can work. Well, I guess we don't have the hugest area to work with. Those are some nice trees. But seems like you're pretty committed to a high quality painting job on them. I mostly tend to just dry brush terrain, I think. Not always. It is lovely playing with nicely painted terrain, for sure. Just making little dots at little embers. Don't know why I said that word so long. Maybe a warmer, slightly redder brown for the saddle thingamajig. And we're almost done with this little guy. So doing Rhinox hide yet again. I'm gonna make it a bit redder in the highlights. Whereas the handle is a little more yellowy. The little corner highlights and the little bags and the belt. Neck's a little stiff. So I think this guy is nearing completion. Sans the base, of course, but that's not gonna be on stream because it's gonna be a bit of a, well, I don't think so, at least. It's gonna be a bit of a boring thing to watch. I think like such a thing would be better as recording because it's probably going to be a lot of downtime. And if you end up with an area where you feel like, hey, that should probably be affected a bit more by the fire, like just give it a quick glaze over the highlights, and the brightest parts of the highlights will usually pick up on that color pretty well. Setkin, if you want to get inside, you know what to do. Just open the door. So what do you think? The cat is not happy, but I hope you are. I'm getting pretty happy with this guy. Hello, Setkin. Oh, cutie pie. You want to be on camera? You want food? You want to be in camera? Oh, wait. Oh, hey. Hey, kitty. Oh. Kitty hugs. You're one cute cat. Hmm? You smell good. Oh, Kitty went down. Bonk. She looks grumpy. Yeah. She's starving. Funnily, she's starving every day. Mm. Good but disgusting. Thank you. Damn, that's one metal puppet, right? Not as grumpy as Varrock's tuxedo cat. No. Yeah, maybe not. Pretty sure I've seen that cat, but oh yeah, I have. But like I don't have a very good visual memory, so I'm not like I don't really get pictures in my head. But yeah, got a few streamer cats. um, I did get a little bit of cat hair in my face now, so I guess that's, I don't know, revenge or something. Justice, probably. Tuxedo cats are good cats. And my cat doesn't really like being lifted usually, but sometimes she seems to think it's okay and cozy for like a few seconds. And if you're a cat, you gotta cat a bit. Sorry, Puppet escaped the camera a little bit there, I think. Sneaky little buggers. Such a beautiful steed. Mighty horse. Highlight there. Cat hair in my face. Oof. Kind of my own fault, you know? I think that was Kitty Cat for I concur. Don't know if that got picked up on the camera, but Mike. I think I'm pretty much ready to call it finished. I can always do touch-ups, but like, or just move on to the next mini. Looks proper fiery. Yay, I'm glad you do. Just needs a base and then it's ready to wreak havoc. Fry marshmallows, possibly. Grill marshmallows. It just feels like something it could be really good at too. So guess I could bring out these little backup minis. A little newsies. Just doing a little bit of a red glaze in the faces, knuckles, and such. Like around the nose, knuckles, cheeks. Lips. And see, I did paint these trousers Castellan green. And then we got this guy. It doesn't have a shirt yet. Paint it. I think maybe he'll have like a dark, slightly more drab red than other guild minis. Just kind of want to reinforce that these guys don't really have as luxurious of a life as ones higher up in the guild hierarchy. A little bit more red, brighter. think maybe most people ended up lurking by now, which is fine. It's also a pretty long stream. Oh, lurking is totally fine. And there we go. Doing a few highlights. Dry brushing trees. You're just very, very flitig. Väldigt flitig. As we say in Sweden. Do we have a stream after me today, Kim? Or do we have, is it like one stream per day nowadays? Just me today? Cool. Normally I stream Thursdays, but swapped with Viruk this week, which actually turned out to be good for me too. So that means I can just maybe move some stuff to the venue on Thursday evening without it being as stressful. So that's good. Everybody wins. Just this once, everybody wins. Do I need you on Friday morning? Like, the place is gonna get opened up Thursday from 8. So I'm gonna be there setting my stuff up, but like, you arrive a bit later, right? It's of course nice if you're there a little early Friday morning, so we can set your table up, but shouldn't take too long, right? Guess we don't need to do this in the public chat, but hey, why not? There's not much else going on right now, so yeah. Do you, like, when will you arrive in Gothenburg? It's pretty late, right? After midnight. Okay, yeah. So we'll just set things up a little earlier than the starting time for on Friday morning, I think. Seems reasonable. Since you even had your board all planned out, it should be pretty quick, right? I feel. Oh no. Let's hope it is kinder to you than you fear. Got a almost kind of terracotta looking shirt for this guy. Looking pretty sharp. Not a bad dresser. He works with what he's got. So, Spiridine, you're going to you're going to drive to your ferry, get on a ferry to get to where in Sweden? And then drive to Gothenburg, right? It's a long journey. A pilgrimage, one might say. We also have a few Danes coming over. Stockholm, cool. So it's going to be really fun with a bunch of people from Denmark and you guys from Finland, and you can show us Swedes how to play faux. Faux show? Yeah, so that's cool that you got a plan to play a game or several games, maybe, on the ferry. Some tournament prep. Planning to cheat, huh? Preposterous. Such scandalous behavior. Talk to talk to me like I'm really tired. What's a VC? Something cafe? Virtual chat, maybe. Voice chat. Yeah. Vampire accounts. Could have been. But I don't think context. Yeah. Right on the money. Cool. Yeah, there are a bunch of bunch of voice channels on the weird Discord, right? Never really ventured into those. But I guess I can't really excuse myself from having not been there yet by saying I'm shy or something since I'm streaming. God, like when you're nearing the 3 hour mark, the ability to speak just really deteriorates. Oh. Paint, paint is almost like I could just sit here and say paint if my brain fries, but yeah, I can see that for sure. That is completely understandable, McBluff. No one ever joins you. Oh no. Hmm. Maybe I should jump in now and then too. So then on these, I guess there's a whole lot of bloody lettering to do. Did I? There we go. Well, if you ever want to chat sometime, McBluff, I'm down to do it. Or up. Those kind of mean the same thing, don't they? This week is a little hectic, but I do work with painting miniatures, so I can just sit here painting miniatures, chatting too. I realize you might have meant people you know better, but yeah. Yay! It is a little weird. Yeah. Most languages do tend to have their weird little things like that. I love the whole double negation thingies. Like, I ain't got time for no thingies no more. Those are awesome. Obviously not technically correct, but whatever. Yeah, I'm into it, up for it, down for it. Wow. Yeah, you're right. English is weird. Really, really do like English though. I ain't got no brain power for no double negations no more. How many negations can we put in there? Funny thing with Swedish is that you can build infinitely long words. Because we... yeah, it's weird. And it's still correct Swedish. So it takes some thought to make really long ones, but Finnish is better at what? At making infinite words? If both languages can make infinite words pretty easily, then oh, well, maybe it's easier with Finnish. Sure. It is a very fun perk for a language to have, in my opinion. Finnish is pretty cool. It's very unique. I like it. I don't understand it whatsoever, but cool. So as a word, shall I try and butcher it? Or is that offensive? Do you want me to try and butcher that word before we close up shop for today? It needs a hyphen. Okay. Well, lentokonemoottoriin signalupserikulle laskuluteskeskus. Wow. Okay, that's me butchering Finnish. Sorry and welcome. Thanks for today, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. And we managed to finish, paint little puppet rider war from start to finish, and then did a little bit of details, and these guys have taken far longer than I thought they would, and there's like just metal banding on this guy and lettering that left to do. Yeah. See you guys. Take care and have fun and stay weird and all that. Oh, that's what it was.